Man. Hello, everybody. This is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper. And today we're going to talk about how to research a product or service to make sure when you launch it, it is making some money, right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Make sure you're liking, sharing, posting, commenting, because I want some interaction on this podcast, all right, on this Facebook Live. So, my goodness, this almost didn't happen today. I have been talking, it seems like back to back this week. But I've been having some good questions coming in, having some good comments, good feedback. So thank you. If you do have any questions about one of the things we're talking about, make sure you let me know in the comments or in the post. But hey, this is that time. We're almost at the end of February. So New Year's commitments, New Year's resolution, New Year's blah, blah, blah. Keep it going. Wait, we're almost at the end of January. Right. Keep it going. Okay. Push. I was challenged by a brother of mine. You know, it's really good that you have people that you can, that'll push you. Right. And I was like, hey, man, I'm doing this Facebook Live, you know, and it's starting to get tired or whatever. And he said, you fullest extent, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, keep pushing. Go to the fullest extent. And I'm like, here we go. Fighting a cold. But I'm going to be on. Hey, how you doing, Danetta? Glad you're on. Let me click to view my comments to make sure I have them up. All right, cool. So what we're going to be talking about today, let me slide this over. What we're going to be talking about today is, a lot of people want to grow their business and drive and push in the new year. Well, this is how you grow your business. This is how you change and do things better in the new year, right? If your business is going to grow, you have to get good at selling stuff, okay? I mean, this ain't deep. I've really got to the point now where I understand that making money is not a bad thing. I understand that if my business is going to grow, I've got to make more money. Like this ain't deep. But there's a point where you say, hey, you know what? I have got to start selling stuff. I have to be more aggressive selling stuff because for all of the things that I want to be able to do, a lot of them cost money. Yeah, I know. A lot of the things, a lot of people I want to be able to reach. Like I heard about a situation, I was like, man, I really wish I could give more. You know, I'm able to make some contributions, you know, but if I had more, I could give more, right? So I said, okay, so let me continue to push, continue to increase the revenue so that my giving and generosity can increase. But I also understand that you kind of give at the level you at right now. But because money is an amplifier. If you're a giver when you got a little bit, you'll be a giver when you got a lot. So that's another topic for another day. But that did make me think of this concept I've been teaching for a couple years now. Let me open up there you go. This concept I've been teaching for a couple years. And it is what I call can you see this? Let me see, am I in presentation mode? Yeah. The concept is, I call it the profit equation, right? And the profit equation is this. Profit is directly proportional to the number of relevant offers effectively communicated. Okay? You're going to see this profit equation a lot this year. I'm going to be teaching a lot on it, and this is how it works out. Profit is directly proportional to the number of relevant offers effectively communicated. So today we're going to talk about kind of that relevant offers piece of it. Now, here's the common product creation model. Okay, the common product creation model is we'll have people and they'll start with an idea, create a product, and then find an audience with the problem. All right, they start with the idea. Hey, you know what? I'm sleeping. Wait a minute, I have this idea. Let me go out and create this product, and then go find people that also need this product. No, do not do that. Do not do that. I've done that before, and that's a long way. And instead, I think you should reverse the process. Start with the audience's problem. So start with the problem. People pay for people to solve their problem. So if you start with the problem, you're starting with the thing people pay for. You know what I'm saying? Drop the pencil. Here's my pencil, my blue pencil. I just dropped it. I didn't know it was gonna. I missed my whole desk. So I dropped it on the floor. Start with the audience, right? Then you develop the idea, right? You start with their problems. Hey, I got this idea, and then you create the product. So today we're going to talk about how to find those problems and kind of develop that idea for what you need to create. Why? Because if you're going to do it big in 2019, if this is your year, then you got to increase revenue, which means you probably got to sell something, right? You got to sell something, you got to give people what they want. All right. So how do we do that? We start with the audience problem. I recommend you grab a blank document, grab a piece of paper, grab a book. I just ordered a couple books because I had to get some more blank documents to measure some stuff. All right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, trying to work. All right. So, okay, grab a blank document. Now, I also want you to remove your bias, right? There's this idea called cognitive bias and confirmation bias. Basically, the concept is we love for people to agree with us, right? And we love to agree with those that agree with us. So sometimes we'll say, hey, you know what? I want to do this. I think this is a great idea. And you talk to your friends, right? You talk to your friends and they say, man, that is an awesome idea. Wow, that is a great business venture. Wow, everybody will love it. Wait, hold up, pump your brakes. Cognitive bias and confirmation bias says I typically get along with people that think like me, right? So your friends are probably those that kind of think like you. So if you think this is a good idea, many times they also like to agree. They want to be like, man, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I am embarrassed to be your friend right now. Most people aren't going to say that, right? So they may say, oh, you know what? Hey, that's a good idea. Hey, why don't you try that, right? So that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do, so if you have your own content, then I say let the people do the talking, right? Let the people do the talking. So if you have content, review your own content. Look at what blog posts get attention, comments, or shares. Hey, you write a blog post, and then you put it out there into the world. You put it out there into the marketplace, and then you watch. And then you say, nobody thought that was a good idea, right? Now, well, hold on. Let me warn you. The internet is a tough place. Okay, the internet will will chew you up and spit you out, right? So you got to be, you can't be attached to the idea. I got a client of mine, and he'll send me a project or whatever. Hey, we want to do this, and he'll say, hey, I am not married to any of this, right? I am not married to it at all. So send it out there. If it gets beat up, if it gets ripped apart, then good thing we didn't spend a whole lot of time on it, right? So be willing to put it out there and not be married to it and see what happens in that blog post or in that idea or in that concept. So look at your blog post and see what gets attention. That's interesting. I was speaking with a client yesterday and we talked about lead magnets. So the thought was, hey, put the lead magnet out there. She said, oh, I have about 5 ideas for lead magnets. I'm like, great, right? I'll do another Facebook Live one day about creating lead magnets and what makes a good lead magnet, etc. But I said, okay, take the ones that are easiest to create and we'll put them out there and see what the market has to say to it, right? Because I used to think that I was my market, right? But actually, a person usually starts off at their market, but at a point in time, if you're going to lead the marketplace, you're not actually a part of your market in some regards. Because in order for me to sell something or lead the market, I can't be the one with the same problem, right? I can't have the same issues if I'm the teacher. So there has to be some level of distance between you and the market, right? You may have started in the market, but so sometimes your perspective has changed. Your vision as a leader is a little more expansive, is a little changed than your market. So you have to look at the market and say, oh, you know what? Because sometimes I'll put something out and I say, oh, I thought that was a big deal, you know, or I didn't think that was a big deal. But people in the market are like, hey, I'm really struggling with this. And I'm like, really? You know, I thought that wasn't even an issue anymore. So you really have to put your things in the marketplace and let the market tell you what they're looking for. The next thing I say is be nosy. Be nosy. Or be inquisitive, right? Be inquisitive. So where should you be inquisitive? Hey, if you're a business coach, be inquisitive. What are they talking about in the LinkedIn circles, right? In the LinkedIn groups, what are they talking about? What are those conversations related to your industry that they're having? If you're an author and you're looking at writing a book, I always feel bad when I say writing a book because I've been trying to write a book for way too long, but it is what it is, you know. In writing the book, I do go and I read the reviews of books in the category that I want to write to see, and sometimes they'll say, hey, this was real light on this, or, oh, this was horrible, or this didn't cover this, which would made it a great book. So I go and I look at those things because the market is telling me, hey, this is what I wish somebody would create. And I want to stand in as the hero, and you want to stand in as the hero and say, were you looking for this? Then here it is, right? So be nosy. Look in the LinkedIn forums. Look on the Amazon, the review sites. Look in the health forums if you're in that niche, right? I usually go to good old Google and do a blog search for different, I do a search for different blogs, right? So if you search, cell phone, right? If you took mobile marketing and then plus blog, it'll pull up marketing blogs. And then you'll be able to look and see what are ideas or concepts in the mobile marketing space. Look in your Facebook groups, right? We talked about Amazon reviews, social media, etc. Before you create your product, hey, look at some of your posts to see if people are interested in what you're thinking about creating, and be nosy. Be like, listen, be nosy. What's going on? What are they talking about in the Facebook group? What are they writing in the Amazon reviews? Oh, this product here, don't get this because, you know, the chair leg is always wobbly, whatever, right? What do you do to fix it? And then check the questions that people ask you, right? So I get a lot of questions in the, people hit me up in Messenger. So if you have a question, go ahead and send me a message. But some people will hit me up in Messenger and say, hey, I got a question about this. Or I had a client reach out to me last week. What's today? Thursday. Last week, hey, I've been trying to do this. And I was like, maybe I need to teach on clarity. Maybe I need to teach on creating a product. Maybe I need to teach on research, right? So if you have questions or you're trying to learn things, shoot them. Look at the questions that are people asking so you can create the product for it, right? Russell Brunson says this thing. He says, dig your well before you're thirsty. So go ahead and identify people that are interested in what you're looking at doing. Now, the first part, like I said, first thing you want to do is reverse the process. Start with the audience problems, right? And then develop the idea. So in the developing the idea, I look for problem language, right? Problem language, man, yes, problem language. So when you're in the Facebook campaign, when you're in the Facebook groups, when you're looking at when you're talking to your friends, etc., listen for problem language. So problem language is sometimes expressed as a question, right? Hey, how do I format a speaker sheet, right? A buddy of mine, we were looking for a lead magnet, and I said, why don't we we're looking to create a product. And I said, why don't we create a little product on how to make a speaker sheet that gets you booked, that gets you, speaking opportunities, right? It could be a lead magnet. It could be a little simple product, whatever. But the questions that people are asking, we saw over and over and over. Hey, how do I create this? Then I said, hey, that's a little quick product. Go ahead and throw it out there and make a little change, right? Problem language is also people like, I wish, I wish somebody on everything I love. I wish. No. Sometimes I tickle myself. Sometimes I really have a good time. But problem language, people say, I wish or I hope. Hey, I wish it was easy to pick up the phone and drum up new business, right? So, I wish I knew how to close people on the phone. Or, man, I hope on the next call, I'm able to get all the way through my presentation, right? Ding, ding, ding. Sounds like problem language, So I take my blank sheet of paper. I'll be like, wish they could have, wish they had better phone selling skills, or wish they could drum up new business through cold calling or cold emailing, etc. Right? I look in the Facebook groups and I look at the wishes. I look at the problem language and say, this might be a little product for you, boy, or a part of a product. Problem language are personal stories. Man, I used to be afraid to raise my prices because I wasn't sure how my clients would understand the value of my product or service. But then, but when I learned how to express my true value, wait, what? What? Okay. I don't know if that whole sentence was supposed to be there. These are my personal notes. So personal stories. Hey, when people say, man, I didn't used to know how to raise my prices, and now I do know. Okay, I'm just trying to scroll up so all y'all are trying to read that Greek right there. And then complaints. Man, I can't get my Facebook ad to convert. Or man, my landing page isn't getting any opt-ins. Or man, the views on my YouTube, I'm not getting any comments or whatever, right? These are problem language. And when there's problem language, as the entrepreneur, your mind should go bing, bing, bing. Aha, revenue opportunity. Because if I can solve problems, I won't have money problems. Hashtag, if I can solve problems, I won't have money problems. You know what? T-shirt. Hey, Daryl, holla at me. So there you go. Look for problem language. And also look for specific problems that they are naming and facing. Sometime I will be in a Facebook group and I'll see something that says, someone says, hey, can someone help me create a logo in Photoshop? Right? Now, if I knew how to create a photo in Photoshop, create a logo in Photoshop, I would reach out to the individual, or I may just post some stuff to show that I know what I'm talking about, right? But on my blank sheet of paper that I wrote, I'm going to say, hey, creating logos in Photoshop. What's an affiliate opportunity? What is a product I could create, or some aspect that could be sold around that topic? Sometimes I get people saying, hey, like I'll see in a Facebook group, how do I connect an opt-in page to my booking calendar? Now, I know how to do that. I mean, to me, that's not a challenge. But I see that other people may be having this problem. Okay, one of the things I'm working on now is called the consulting funnel, right? Where I think one of the easiest, if you're a service provider or a coach, author, etc., I think one of the easiest way to go on the internet and grab some of that money, be like, man, this internet full of money, let me go ahead and grab some of that, is with this consulting funnel page, right? Very simple. Well, not simple. It's straightforward. So that product is coming because I saw enough people saying, I don't know how to get people on my booking calendar, right? To do a consulting call. So that's coming, you know. So anyway, be on the lookout for that, right? But the question is, look for specific problems they're naming and facing. Now, in your notebook, look for about 30 or 40 instances of problem language, right? In your Facebook groups, in the forums, etc. Look for this problem language. And if you start with the audience problem, develop the idea from the problem language and from the things that you are taking note of, then all you have to do is create a product around it. Create a product around it. And once you got a product around it, you need somebody like me to build a funnel for you. That's what we do. We build sales funnels for people who are trying to sell stuff. We build sales funnels for people who are trying to sell stuff, right? But the reason I did this one today was a lot of people start with this one. They get an idea. Hey, you know what? I think this is what the people want, right? People aren't asking for it. People aren't looking for it, you know. And every now and again, you pull a Henry Ford. People don't want faster horses. They want they want a car. But the easiest way is, hey, you know what? I noticed that you have this problem. Well, I have this product, let's make an exchange. You know what I'm saying? So, this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper. If you are in the product creation space and you're like, hey, I have a product, but it's not really selling, maybe we need to talk on how we can get you selling. Again, this is Lee Fuller, aka the Funnel Helper. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If it has been, put the comments below. If you have a problem, put it in the comments below, because maybe someone else that's watching it or me watching it can say, hey, perhaps that's something I can help them with. Or if it's a weight situation, or I won't say weight, if it's a weight loss or a health situation, right, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to trim up for 2019, so I can't help you. But somebody else in the audience may be able to help you. But if you have a funnel problem, holla at your boy. Send me a message. We can connect using this consulting funnel. and either way, my goal is to help somebody every day, right? My goal is to help somebody every day. Sometime I'm able to help them in a few seconds. Sometime we have to get into a business arrangement. But either way, start with the audience problem, develop the idea, create the product, and this year can be your most profitable year. Talk to you soon. Wait, am I still on? Holla! All right. And stop. One day, I'm going to be able to just stop. What is the deal, bro? Oh, finish it down here in the corner. Talk to you soon. Bye.